Well, hey, y'all. My name is Willie Lawson. This is the Mona Report. The Mona Report is a collection of fightbackmedia.com, 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 and fightbackmediatv.com. Those of you who've been following me for a while knew that I worked in the public school system here in my area, 15 years, as a matter of fact. And what I said a lot of times, I still say that is that for the most part, we could take our smart kids and put all the books they needed, at center court in the gym and just have them come get them and leave them alone. And most of them would do very, very well if we just leave them alone. These teachers that destroy and stop their development more often than not. However, there are people in the system that don't like the smart kids. I worked with the kids who were struggling a lot. It is. Because those were my people. I'm not talking about because they were black or Hispanic or whatever. Because I was a kid who struggled in school, so I gravitated towards the kids who were struggling and trying to help them not struggle. So them is my people. If you hate math and you struggle in math and you're in high school and you're just struggling with algebra, use my people. We can get this done. No worries. If you're in ninth grade and you're struggling with arithmetic, less work. We can get this done. That's why I was involved in the system. But there are people who are who help the kids that I helped, who don't necessarily like the smart kids. They don't. And in Seattle, it's apparent because the Seattle public school system will discontinue its gifted and talented program to create a more inclusive, equitable, and culturally sensitive program for students, according to a report from the New York Post. Going forward, the school system's high capable cohort will continue to be phased out with a new model available to all students by the 24-25 school year. The school district's website boasts that the new program will help students furthest from educational justice and will address historical inequality. You know what addresses this historical inequality? Education. This is from the seattleschool.org website. To address historical inequality, to address historical inequity, this is the word they're using. The Seattle Public Schools has changed how we identify advanced learners and capable students. Again, change the definitions. So how do you identify advanced learners and highly capable students? You test them. You find out what they know. And then you feed them raw meat until you have them sharp. You give them everything you can. They say the program is not going away, it's getting better. It will be more inclusive, equitable, and culturally sensitive. In particular, students who have been historically excluded will now have the same opportunities for services as every other student to get the support and enrichment they need to grow. Yeah, they're bringing everything down to the middle. They're not bringing, and it's truly not bringing the kid from the bottom up. It's not. It's just tamping the kids from the top down. And then they're calling that improvement. They're calling that progress. The Post reported that the current program allows students who placed in the top 2% on standardized test exams to be placed in the highly capable cohort, From there, the students will be sorted into one of 3 elementary schools, 5 middle schools, and 3 high schools. That's if their parents want it. That's if their parents want it. However, in 2020, the school board voted to end the program due to its lack of diversity. So they have this program for high achievers, and because there are not enough black kids in it, or Asian, or Hispanic kids, can't get rid of it. So, do you know what that tells the parents of black children? We have done such a terrible job with your kids. We are just going to end this program because you and we, the school district, have done such a terrible job with your kids. So we're just going to redefine what smart is. We're going to redefine what highly capable is. We're just going to redefine it, and that way everybody can be. You guessed it. Everybody can get a trophy. Everybody can win. Everybody can get a trophy. So we're just going to keep lying. We're just going to keep lying to you and your kids. We're just going to keep lying to you and your kids. Is that mentality that we can't do more than one thing at a time? We can't sort of take care of the top 2% and then take care of the bottom 25%. We're going to pretend there's no. We're just going to pretend that there's no bottom 25, no bottom quartile. We're going to pretend nothing exists because now under this system, everybody's the bottom quartile. But in 2020, Seattle School Board voted to terminate the program after a survey in 2018 found that the students in the highly capable cohort were 13% multiracial, 11.8% Asian, 3.7% Hispanic, and just 1.6% Black. Nearly 70% of the kids who were in the highly capable cohort were white. And we just couldn't have that. Smart white kids, no one had deemed them smart. It wasn't, it's not inequity that they are smart. It may be simply because their parents value education. Maybe. But just because it was more of them, especially more of them, more of the white kids and multicultural kids and the Asian kids, with only 3.6, excuse me, 7% of Hispanic and just 1.6% Black. Was that because of historical inequity, or was it because of population? Like, I don't know because it doesn't say in this survey or this study how many Black kids, live in the area. Maybe it's simply because of population. Maybe it's just more white kids and multicultural families and Asian families who live in Seattle. So maybe the program was going to have more of those kids. You think? Yeah. Numbers would suggest within our city, predominantly white children are more gifted than others, cultural races, and we know that's absolutely not true. Carrie Hansen, the district director of student support services, told Parent Map at the time. Under the new program, dubbed highly capable neighborhood school model, teachers will be required to come up with individual learning plans, IEPs, for all 20 to 30 of their students. And teachers are going to be running out of the building like it's on fire. At task which they argue they do not have time or resources of the district faces a $104 million budget deficit, according to the Seattle Times. So they're going to invoke this plan that they know they ain't got money for and that teachers don't want to do. This is not the only way for Seattle Public Schools pushing its agenda. Last year, Town Hall covered how parents' rights organizations, Parents Defending Education, found that the school district's school-based health centers offer middle school students access to certain types of gender mutilation care, including referrals for irreversible surgeries. So the middle school kids are getting access to information on trans mutilation care and referrals on how to get surgery without notice of their parents. If you're in the Seattle area, Seattle Public Schools, if you find a way to get your kid out, that will probably be the best thing. My name is Willie Lawson. This has been the Mona Report. The Mona Report is a production of FightbackMedia.com, 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 FightbackMediaTV.com. Until we see you again, go out there and learn something, love somebody, and for goodness sakes, y'all take care of yourself. We'll see you when we see you. Bye-bye now.